One has been opting into a little bit too readily, and I think that this composition, while still providing you with avenues in the mid game, Leona Ashe can obviously lock down targets very well. You can snowball objective fights with a Viego, but there's still ample scaling, right? And yeah, I don't love playing Kalista.
This is not great, as Teddy, of course, with a Frost Shot, going to be very happy. Even manages to get the ward down. There's the flash. The follow flash comes through, and Teddy, welcome back to the main roster. First blood solo kill. Finds him, and there's just nowhere to walk. Of Shelly, and she's down very low already. Croco pretty far away from this one. Moonfall in hand. There's the smite. Is Keria going to move on forward? The arrow will connect, and there's no... Oh my goodness! Into the backline goes the cannon. The lightning is cutting them down. The Emperor's Divide's beautiful. The Wombo combo, amazing from T1, as Fate will have to flash away. Summit in trouble as well, and the flashes to follow Fate will mean that he can't get out, and Teddy claims another.
And that's a disastrous turn for Liv Sandbox, and honestly, a beautiful play by... This goes back to... Faker?
Yeah, Faker in trouble here as Summit looking to try and lock him down. He will be able to do so. So, Summit getting some revenge here on the Emperor of Shurima on the top side.
Oh, Croco.
Yeah, okay. Let's be a little bit careful here. Remember how the first game hasn't really altered the game state in one bit. As now Effort chasing after, does get the flash forward as there's the Moonfall from Croco. Teddy going down very, very low as Faker is in position. Teddy still alive for now as the culling comes through, but Fate can't walk through the wall, and Teddy, he's out of there. Now the rest of T1 trying to survive Emperor's Divide. Not necessarily working fantastically, but Effort will eventually go down. And Teddy, he's still alive somehow, wandering up through the forest, as now Canna trying to get out of this one. He is going to get smashed down there by Summit with the wallop as Owner is going to flash after him. There's the stun, there's the kill, and the possession will come through afterwards, and Owner gets revenge.
And it's to get a lot more done as Effort is...
Oh dear. Yeah, Effort could be in trouble here. Doesn't have his Unbreakable Will. There's the exhaust. They do back away. Teddy actually getting out of there. Will give the kill over to Owner potentially, but no, Effort is just given a way out. Nope, the stun comes through, and he is going to die. I find it interesting that Teddy's like, no, there's a minion wave, everyone. There's a minion wave, everyone. I'm going to place down the Rift Herald, and we're going to grab this turret and a bunch of extra plate gold. They do exactly that. Fate and Croco should be at a...
Really level 1, and then look here as well, right? Because this is their bot lane just setting up. Like, this 3-man unit is showing exactly that. What I was afraid of for T1 in this game 1, not happening. Teddy, he doesn't care. He's healing forward aggressively into 4 people, Atlas.
No, he was avoiding the culling by moving towards Fate and shooting him. Worked out pretty well.
Just murdered him.
I know, it's ridiculous.
And then,
yeah, let's have a look at Owner one
빨리
more
볼게
time.
할래. 다이애나. 볼만해? 잡았어.
Just like that, by the way, everyone.
That's not okay. Nario needs to happen. You can't draft this same type of comp.
Oh, arrow will connect there onto Fate. There's the chain CC and an extraordinarily dead Lucian, and now Owner has decided that he wants to be the champion. Prince going to be taken down as well. The possessions will continue. It's a possession procession here in the mid lane as T1 will move over to the back.
I was going to give you some positive feedback. I actually loved it, but you didn't even. It's not worth it. When it's Soul Point, you know it's kind of that gray area. When it's Drake #1 for your opponent...
Oh yeah, who cares?
Easy peasy.
Feeling very good about that one. Teddy from the Fog of War. No way for Fate to avoid that. Here's a flash forward though. Not going to find the stun. His owner's going to get headbutted out of there. Keria now possibly in trouble as the Emperor's Divide lands onto so many. And into the backline goes Canna. Summit looking for Teddy, but now he has to get out of the way. Teddy flashes after him. The wallop comes through, but Teddy... Oh, he's going to fall in the end. Avoids the boulder, but can't avoid the massive auto attacks here of the Gnar. Meanwhile, the rest of T1 will mop the floor with Liv Sandbox. So it was all a cunning ruse in the end. And now, with this Baron buff and multiple siege minions, they're looking to try and break these Nexus turrets. It's only Summit and Croco left available. No Moonfall, no Gnar available either. It looks like it is just going to be both of the Nexus turrets and T1 backing away extraordinarily far, as now we're going to have possibly the final fight. As there's the Emperor's Divide to get rid of Effort. He's thrown away Fate's Call. Will keep him alive, but it's not going to work out for Croco, as Canna with his slicing Maelstrom moving towards him doesn't really do too much with it. However, stops anyone from being able to attack T1. There is no defense for this Nexus, and T1 will obliterate Liv Sandbox in game 1 of this best. Especially on the back of this Viego. Should certainly be something that we should keep in the back of our mind. So let's see how T1's going to be able to do it. Their macro control and their tempo advantage in the last game certainly saw them through, but will they be able to get that level of control now with a clean slate? Yeah, Croco looking to make his way in. But no more face breakers available, and the showstopper not there just yet. Just to let you guys know, the stats that we're showing for these matchups and things like that is based on the summer season, as Fate might just die here. One more auto, the flash, but the auto is already in the air, and Faker will get the first blood solo kill this time around.
뺐어.
Navigate this one.
살았어.
And it's sidestep into, lands the chain, skirts it past the
미리
minion.
잡았고 미리 노플. 뭐하노?
And that is exactly the type of thing that I think from Fate or Summit.
Yeah, Slicing Maelstrom. Just going to be softening up Summit here just a little bit. Just tells him to get out of his lane. Round he should be okay. Is Teddy and Carrier looking very aggressively postured here on the bottom side of the map on Liv Sandbox. They know that Faker and Owner are both out of position, and Prince is just dead. Carrier going to be able to stand beside his jungler, and Teddy moves out of the turret range. The minions still there, and this is going to be a fair few plates as Shelly will go
Get
over.
Shelly.
Yeah, okay. Got a bit of a teleport coming through here from the keystone of Carrier. So he's going to turn up. Cannon's going to have to flash away pretty early, though, as Carrier's going to surprise them by popping towards this Baron pit. Now moving potentially away as Croco. Moonlight Vigil going completely wide. The Moonfall, I tell a lie, is now Summit. He's going to have to get out of there. T1 immediately on top of him, though, as Canna just blocking the rest of Liv Sandbox out of the area. He will sacrifice himself for it as Faker just watches as the hook doesn't connect. And now he's got his cooldowns back. Heartbreaker comes forward. Effort going to be taken down. And now it's just the resets to come through. Faker collects another kill, and Sandbox are falling apart.
And that's...
Carrier pretty happy about his decision, already reaping the rewards. The Flame Chompers just tell Teddy to move away, and he's going to say, all right. As now, he's just looking to kill Prince underneath this turret. Moonlight Vigil is going to miss. Good sidestep there from Prince, as Teddy is going to take a turret shot, but still wins out on the trade, as now Summit is dead here on the top side of the map. Goodbye. And T1 now just going to start the Rift Herald for themselves, and oh dear.
Nice early skirmishing and team... Well, they're collectively 0-4. They got 1 assist on Fate, but that is pretty much it. The 1 kill that they go to Prince, it went to Effort. And they're not going to get this Drake, so they lose the Herald. They should be successful. Faker does have TP.
Yep, Slicing Maelstrom is available. There's no stopwatch here for Canna or anything like that, so this is dangerous, and that teleport that you were talking about certainly comes on in. The special delivery of the cannon. He keeps himself alive for quite some time, but the face break is good. Croco gonna find the Moonfall, but it's not going to be enough to save his life, as now Faker actually moving the other way, just playing the do-si-do here with Liv Sandbox as Summit gets into angry mode, but it is going to be about Faker just trying to run them around. The Haymaker comes through, the Gnar is avoided, and Faker is going to take his time moving back to this one, and he knows that he can make this a 1v1 on either side, but still not enough fun.
He's in the area.
Yeah, Teddy's got those close-range guns as well, feeling pretty good about that. As looking for yet another plate. Look at this, he's so strong.
Again, with the amount of control that is available, T1 really going to have to run into it as...
Yeah, Croco and Fate moving on in here. Carrier is just going to give himself away for this one, knows that he's dead. And meanwhile, Inner Turret falls in the mid lane. And I don't even know whether much is T1 moving on in. Not going to be able to steal away Shirley, but now they're just going to guard the eye as best they can. And Liv Sandbox, they're not allowed into this river. This is T1 territory. And it's just not going to be a thing. So the eye's looking around, it's like, where are my owners? Where's my family? They're not coming to collect you, I'm sorry. You're going to have to go back to the void.
It's just the saddest.
Yeah.
Actually, is it sadder than being, you know, T1? Drake's getting started up.
Yeah, Fate looking over to the side here, looking for Canna, finds him, knows that he was going to be searching for a flank as well. As you can see, the Dragon just running between his 2 potential masters. It is going to be secured by Prince, but the Moonlight Vigil will connect. Glacial Fissure comes down, but the follow-up is not great, and T1 just going to with all the pressure that T1 have put on bottom side as Carrier. Going to face check here just a little bit. He's going to continue forward. Owner is in the area. They get the flash out of Effort. The chains are going to connect. Now looks for the hook, but does not find it. Faker diving in once again. As, oh my goodness, the poke damage.
Larger area of the building.
Yeah. It's in fact infinitely large in a lot of ways. As Ona, he's looking for Crocker here on the backside, and now he's going to get delivered 3 members of Liv Sandbox. There's the Heartbreaker. Ona just taking this one by himself for now, but he does have the stopwatch. Flame Chomper's not going to connect as Effort has a stopwatch of his own, but he's still most likely going to die. Crocker uses his over the wall, will keep him alive, but now he's not actually able to continue fighting. Summit in the same boat as he hops his way.
If you can find them here, if you can take down, hit those multi-man ultis,
Yeah.
T1, dangerous
Slicing
game
Maelstrom
here.
still available here as Fate does find himself the Facebreaker, but he's not going to be able to find his way in. Teddy with the grab.
Available with this threatening combo.
Oh dear, Kana gonna get his face broken yet again as Summit moves on forward. There's a slicing Maelstrom, finds himself the stopwatch, but it's not going to keep him alive, just smashed into the wall. And Kana waiting over to the side. So second Infernal does go over to Liv Sandbox, and T1 feeling the pressure. They want to be able to take this one. They burst it. It's stolen! This is the team of Steelers, and it's going to be Crocco's turn this time. And now T1 try to look for the fight to salvage it. They take down both. As now the dive on forward. The Superplex is good from Fate, but he may just die. As Summit is the last man standing that has a Baron wrapping around him. I say that a little bit ahead of time, but I don't think Fate's going to survive this one. And that's exactly right. He goes golden for a moment to buy some time for his Gnar. He is still going to fall down. So that is 1 Baron, but it's a good steal this game. So Teddy should be able to start ripping through this inhibitor turret. And it's basically an afterthought. They're going to back away before taking down the inhibitor. 2 inner turrets remain in the side. Keep them in position as there's the Moonlight Vigil. A lot of damage as Prince. Faker now looking for him. He's got a huge target. I mean, Faker just needs to get in there with a couple of spells and he's dead. Teddy going to use his QSS to stop that hook from being anything to worry about. T1 almost managing to find what they want. Faker just needs to find one more little pick, one more little corner as Kana has moved that teleport towards exactly the ward we were talking about. Prince now eating through some honey fruit as in goes Ona, and there is the slicing Maelstrom. Kana gets rid of Prince from the team fight, but my God! Summit and Croco obliterate the bottom lane of T1! And the top side of Liv Sandbox have done their job, and now it looks like it is going to be 3 Drakes going over to Liv Sandbox.
And the trigger does get pulled, but it doesn't end well for T1 as that backline dive coming into full force. A very split up fight as Croco, yeah.
Oh no. Faker should be able to finish him off here as, yeah, the Diana is going to fall. Ona's going to be able to get the resets, and now Fate is going to be in trouble as well. The Haymaker does absolutely nothing. Summit trying to come forward looking for more, but maybe he's just put himself in position to be taken down here. The Facebreaker is going to connect. As now Ona heartbreaks, but yeah, I think the heartbreak belongs to Summit this time around as Faker just pops to as many different directions as he is likely to go. Anar comes down, but the drill is not going to connect onto Faker. It's only a matter of time, and that is going to be the finish as T1.
And while the Jinx is online, also went for Maul, so as your main win condition
Oh,
here, not a good
Croco.
place to be.
Oh no, Moonlight Vigil actually coming down as well as Teddy's just said, no, get out of the way. Effort loses the majority of his health bar just from Teddy. Pressing what, like a Q button? An R button?
I don't know if they can handle it as Sandbox.
Especially when Faker can just dive forward with impunity. Looking for Croco here, he's going to do a fair bit of damage. The Moonfall finally comes out, but it just doesn't do enough damage. Teddy going to get redemption from the side as in goes Fate, but now he's trying to 1v1 against Teddy immediately. He uses the QSS flash to get out of the way. The Showstopper hits the wrong target, and now Prince is in trouble. Ona just diving on top of him. The Gnar onto Ona, but he's got a GA. He's absolutely fine, and Prince not so much. No fountain for you, unfortunately, and T1 with a snap of their fingers.
I think in this context might be a trap. I would love to see them try and actually utilize that.
Yeah.
Look for some early invades. Actually make use of the pressure, and whether or not they're going to do that, especially with T1, Lee is by far the strongest as Ona.
Oh yeah, in he goes. Carrier's going to get the flash. They're looking for the stun onto Effort. Hook is going to connect though onto the Leona as now Prince trying to get that damage down. The Ignite's ticking, but Carrier does make it far enough away. We were looking at that.
Shot found now. Teddy needs to deal with his wave. Oh, still so far behind.
Yeah.
20 CS. Oh, this is a scuttle.
Great hook to come forward here as Carrier's just going to flash onto Prince, but immediately he has the cleanse, takes the lantern as well to get himself back into a better position. The spears and the arrow. As Fate not even able to get himself out of the way of the spear as Ona walking further forward than even Effort was expecting as now the fight is going to break out. Solar Flare goes completely wide. They do get the flash more of these spears. This could have been a very different situation as Effort almost just barely getting missed by that last spear as that piercing arrow is dangerous as Fate has found Faker. There's the shot. Actually, everyone. It was so funny. I remember praising, like, I think it was Yellow Pete back in the day. It's like, wow, he landed it. Speaking of landed it, goodbye, Mr. Cannon. Can't even get the stuns off. As Keria turns a comp like this, map controllers, that's a big old Nara into the wall. The Cannon in trouble is going to have to flash out of the way of the spear. He takes so much damage. Cannon wants more, and he's going to pick it up with the hyper proc. The turret isn't going to be able to come any further forward, and Shirley is going to get her work done. Hook not going to be avoided here by Teddy, who finds the Chains of Corruption onto Effort. But he uses his cleanse, gets himself out of the way, and Effort going to hold on to his flash. Still, it's going to be difficult. Now finds the Flay onto Owner as just trying to, walk this one out as best he can. Escaping from the Silas is going to be difficult as he lands the chains over the wall. Goodbye, Mr. Varus. Right as I was saying.
Like you need.
Yeah, Liv Sandbox looking for even more here. Teddy's still dead for 10 seconds at the summit. Has found 2 with his slicing Maelstrom. Faker immediately taken down. Keria is just running away as best he can. The Baron's been alive for 50 seconds, and Liv Sandbox are trying to end that now.
Great spot, Kana. You can't get caught here. Drake is coming up soon.
Yeah, he's teleporting in vision, and it is going to get cancelled. Goodbye, Kana. He's taken out once again. Another round is now Kana looking for Summit, but the teleport will come forward. That's a flash, and Summit just immediately goes golden. Buys time for Fate to get on in here. And Kana, I don't know what that was, but it did not work. Right on top of the Baron. T1 indecisive right now. The Baron going down relatively slowly as Summit looking for his flank. There's the flash in. The exhaust is going to come down though as now Summit's in trouble. He's going to fall immediately as Keria goes golden. Chains of Corruption connecting, but there's not that much damage on T1 side. Prince forced out of there, has some short-range weaponry at the moment. And it's a 4v4. Prince is the win condition as there's the Gnar. And Kana may have done it. They lock down Effort. As now right into the back line they go as they trade 1-for-1. It's supports now that have been taken out. Keria and Effort have both fallen down.
Got a nasty peek and gone taken, but...
Oh! Whew. Okay, Teddy. Very close, but Summit might just be able to take him down here. Just needs one more Q, and that is goodbye, Varus. In the meantime, T1 are taking on the Baron. Let's see whether they can actually lock this one up. They're going to need to try and burst it. Lantern Rite is going to be taken here as T1 will be able to secure the Baron, but can they get out alive? Two-man Shockwave comes on through. Summit also has to use his Zhonya's, as now Owner is also going to go into his, but unfortunately it's not going to be enough as Liv Sandbox tidy up. It's Kana and Keria left with a Baron, but at least come through here from T1. Summit trying to turn this possibility as he's immediately going to get exhausted as Faker not going to get taken down here. Summit absolutely is. Box setting up. Chain's not going to connect at all as now Prince going to take a Lantern. Chains of Corruption connect as that's a big Gnar from Fate, but where's the follow-up? He does find his Zhonya's button. Shockwave comes through and they get rid of the Silas. Croco trying to get out of there as Owner's dived on forward. Goodbye, Mr. Aphelios. That's not enough years quite available here, and 5 members of T1 pushing on forward. 25 seconds on Fate, 22 on Prince. Is now Effort desperately trying to keep these turrets alive, but T1, they are one-track focused. They want this 3-0. Hook is going to connect onto Faker, but it's not going to be enough. And T1, despite everything that happened in the mid to later game, they are still able to make that decisive play and take down Liv Sandbox 3-0.